Demon Mama had a 13-year-old in her Discord working for her, not getting paid very much a lot of the time for the work, despite the fact that this person could afford to get their fucking tongue split. Said 13-year-old was shown dildos by their partner on Discord and they didn't seem to care that much about it. Shown like porn to each other. Why do they keep being nonsense? I don't know. I don't know. And then when I talk about someone potentially being another nonce, it's like, why are you highlighting it if you don't like the reputation? And it's like, because I want all those people out, and then maybe the reputation will start fading down. That's my thing. Get the fucking nonces out. Demonize the fuck out of all of them. Get rid of them, as long as they're actually nonces. Don't like falsely accuse. And then maybe we'll have a chance. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Demon Mama is like, I wouldn't call her a nonce. Like the most noncy stuff was actually done by her partner, who was like showing off all these dildos, like a 14-year-old on webcam and stuff. But like this person is at the very least an enabler and kind of a groomer, quite honestly. But anyway, yeah, she's coming back. We're doing 1.5 because this person does talk super slowly and doesn't like making actual points when she talks. It's just kind of rambling. It's like Frida Wallace in American, basically. But yeah. Demon Mama. I think she's terrible personally, but hey.
Hello, everyone. The harassment me, my family, and my friends.
Ooh, the sincere. Let's talk. Like this. I don't know if this is the thumbnail, but it's like one of those. Let's talk about this. This is serious, you know. Guys, folks. See, it's a map dog whistle. Actually, I don't think she even says folks. Anyway, sorry, I got carried away there.
Hello, everyone. The harassment me, my family, and my friends have experienced over the last few weeks.
Okay, straight with the victim stuff. Straight in there. The harassment we've received. I received harassment the last couple of days because I criticized someone. It happens to all of us. Stop calling yourself a victim. Stop calling yourself victims. Stop centering everything around yourself as if you're the center of the universe, if you're a fucking narcissist and you're literally trying to tell as many people as possible, hi, I'm a narcissist. Listen, I disavow, but also... I don't know. If someone's gonna put themselves out there on the internet looking like this, then whatever people say about them, that's up to them. That's their choice.
Weeks has been nothing short of insane. I will not be responding to violent serial liars, drama farmers, or harassers whatsoever. However,
but you're making this video.
After much consideration, I will address the subject one time, for the benefit of those within my community who are asking in good faith, as I have seen that there are genuine members of my community with concerns that I would like to put to rest. The community's harassing me and my...
Yeah, the only genuine people that exist, by the way, are anyone that agrees with her. If you don't and you say literally anything, you're one of those terrible people. That's just how it works. Anyway, we'll just have a quick look. He was doing skibbity toilet videos, and the comments were full of people being like, I think you should address the criticisms and stuff. Good shit. I don't know. I have no desire to watch Demon Mama watch Skibbity Toilet, quite frankly. So yeah.
My family have falsely accused me of crimes, doxed me, and made threats against the lives of myself, my friends, and members of my family. The perpetrators of this campaign...
Good faith. There's another map dog whistle.
...have absolutely no evidence of any of their so-called allegations, and they know this, because none of what they are alleging happened at all. They rely on vague language and emotionally hypercharged claims to perpetuate outrage and anger. This harassment is exclusively being pushed by drama farming communities who have been asked by their creators to engage in brigading and more in the name of a grudge that is genuinely incomprehensible to me.
What? When was there ever talk of like brigading? Like, yeah, brigading happens. Like, the thing is, if I ever get big enough that I'm kind of on the same level as most of the people I talk about in some way, like, yeah, there'll be more brigading in both directions. Unfortunately, it is a thing that happens. These people are always the victims. That's the point. It's insane. He's wearing some fantasy roleplay horns. Yeah, I don't mind it so much. What I don't get is why you'd go to all this effort and wear all this like crazy stuff and have that kind of look and then just not bother with your face like at all. I know it's trendy for like trans women not to wear makeup and like you do you, like do what you want, but I don't know, you're a trans woman, you've got dysphoria, like maybe it would help you a little bit, just saying. Actually, no, I think I know why. I think she used to wear makeup and, you know, people aren't always genetically fortunate, excuse me. People aren't always genetically fortunate. I'm not especially genetically fortunate myself, you know, but hey, I don't know. I actually try and look vaguely feminine.
pieces of evidence provided at all whatsoever are so grossly misrepresented or deliberately presented without context that they can only serve to create a narrative that is, in whole cloth, slanderously false.
This could be literally any, like, response video so far, where it's all like, oh, it's all false, bad faith, drama farming channels, we've been harassed.
So let's get the facts straight.
I'm going to be honest, though, she has quite nice hands. I'll give her that.
The claims against Fawn, my partner. A former thumbnailer for my channel by the name of Glooby shared his own cartoon not safe for work artwork with my partner Fawn and asked Fawn to share its own artwork in return. In the past, Glooby had unprompted...
Oh my god, I almost fucking spat my drink then.
My partner Fawn and asked Fawn to share its own artwork.
There we go, the first recorded use of it's ever. Oh my god, I'm never doing this shit. It doesn't matter how exotic your pronouns are. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not calling a person an it. It sounds stupid. I would sound like the biggest moron in the world calling a person an it or a z or a what the fuck ever. Fawn is maybe, listen, the true dear gender person is me, but I just stick to enjoying them. Doe is the dear gender one. Carragate7, hey, how you doing? Doe is the dear gender one that you're thinking of. Fawn is someone else. I've seen another video where Demon Mama's ranting about whatever, and Fawn has like animal gloves on and is like stroking Demon Mama's hair and that kind of stuff. The whole time, just sat there doing all that shit. It's really weird. So the 13-year-old sent Fawn their shit first, and then what was I saying?
Work in return. In the past, Glooby...
Yeah, so the 13-year-old sent the stuff and then sent it the other way. The one who puts cigarettes out on their partners is Sophie from Mars. Yeah, there's a lot of these abusive trans people. It's difficult to keep up with all of them. Calling someone it seems mean to me. Yep, and calling yourself an it seems a bit self-hatey, but hey, I don't know. People call me self-hating all the time. Maybe I shouldn't do that to other people. But why would you dehumanize yourself? It seems weird to me.
He had unprompted sent me his own art, some of which included cartoon, vaguely not safe for work elements. One was
vaguely, okay.
Literally a joke drawing of an emoji with a cartoon penis, for example. I told him not to send that kind of art at all, as it was both unwanted and unethical. And
she's not gonna have, is she gonna have like, okay, she's got some screenshots. Not a huge amount. I didn't know there was a huge amount in the original video.
I reinforced that boundary multiple times. While I was happy to be supportive of his aspirations as an artist, I stayed firm in my boundaries.
Because there was one claim that they only wanted, Demon Mama only wanted them to stop sending them because of some worries about, and there was stuff, I don't know, there were so many suggestive things that I'm really not sure about this, but I guess we should keep going.
Let me show you. Here, Glooby wanted to share a not safe for work animation that he made. I refused this after asking him if he had turned 18. I asked him this because I had previously in a voice call asked him not to send not safe for work when sharing his art. Once again, I was supportive of his art career, but was not comfortable with him sharing all of his drawings. Then, despite me setting boundaries previously, Glooby still tried to send me his own art.
Despite me setting boundaries. It's like you're hanging out with a teenage boy. Jesus Christ.
Going so far as to say that he was of legal age.
This person, by the way, is, what, 33? I think she's like a few months younger than me. I'm 34.
In his state. I reinforced my boundary, and as I am now aware and will show shortly, he then progressed to lying about his age in order to avoid my boundary. With Fawn, the fact that Glooby shared...
Mate, you're still hanging out with a teenager. He's lying about his age. Oh no, we couldn't have told. You're hanging out with a fucking... started as a 13-year-old and went up, I think, the whole thing. I think he turned 18, he was still hanging out with these people. He's probably like 21 or something now, and this person's 33.
Shared his own art and asked to see Fawn's art was deliberately removed from the context of the so-called DM leaks to create a narrative and play into a grossly false groomer slander. Let me show you.
You know pseudo Fawn here. You know they could have said no. You know, if a child goes up to an adult and says, please, please let me fuck you, please, please let me ride you, you know that adult could say no, right? I'm making my first NSF animation. Really good. Oh, good. I drew some stuff today. She's why are kids there to begin with? Exactly. Yeah. Well, most of these people are like stunted in terms of brain age versus body age. So I think that's usually what it is. But yeah, like this seems fairly I mean, it's not completely unprompted, but like you don't need to like, you offered this information, like why?
While Fawn did share its own artwork with Glooby in a casual context, Fawn never knew Glooby's age and fairly assumed
Never knew their age. Did you know their age? Why would you know their age and your partner doesn't? Like, I don't know. I don't understand. Shouldn't you be careful about who you send porn to?
that because he was sharing his own artwork, that it was fine to share its own. Nothing outside of casually sharing.
It was fine to share its. No, I'm not going to stop roasting you for saying its. That's ridiculous.
Their own artwork ever happened, and even Glooby, in his original testimony, admits that nothing nefarious or malicious occurred.
Nothing apart from adults showing kids porn that they made and showing their dildos and shit.
On top of all of this, this did not happen in my server. I was not aware of such messages between Glooby and Fawn until recently, as I do not monitor my partner's private messages. If I had known that Glooby had sent art to Fawn, I would have ensured that Fawn knew, stopped, and had enforced similar boundaries.
They knew each other on your server, and they were DMing. It may not be on your server, but, like, come on.
While it would have been wise and good for Fawn to ask for an ID before sharing even cartoon not safe for work artwork that it had made, none of this matches with the genuinely insane slander being pushed by these communities, nor does any of it reflect on me.
None of it matches? You showed that she still sent, like, NSFW stuff in DMs with someone that she presumably knows through you. I think they met on, like, gaming or something.
Me, as I had nothing to do with that. This is the only evidence
I don't think they can say they have nothing to do with it.
That is provided to any of the insanity that is thrown at my partner and weaponized to try and hurt me. Unless, of course, you count unrelated, laughably cropped, out of context, and literally...
Hey, it was weaponized because you were shitting the fuck all over Xanderhowl, and someone was like, that's hypocritical. I bet that's not going to be brought up at any point, though.
Years old edgy Twitter jokes as evidence. As a quick side note, my Discord server has never had not safe for work channels, and has always had...
Big, I'm my 92184. Hi, how you doing? DM is so dishonest and narcissistic. They're a horrible rep for trans people. Yep, I agree with that.
Strict rules against posting not safe for work content. We have the strongest enforcement against not safe for work of any Discord I am aware of in this space, and unlike many other politics and politics adjacent servers, we have never had not safe for work channels or vent channels. Of course, as all Discords do, we rely on reports from users in order to become aware of incidents from across all channels on the server that may not have been directly observed by a mod. That said, our reports have always been promptly and carefully handled, and any serious issues that are reported are handled by my paid lead mod. This has been true for years. Volunteer chat mods have never had any obligations to handle reports, especially serious reports, which have been exceedingly rare in the first place. Volunteer mods are exactly...
He realizes that no one's going to be able to, like, substantiate any of that, right? Like, does this show anything? Like, the first screenshot showed barely nothing, but I don't know.
that. Volunteers, who we believe are chill enough to occasionally mute unruly chatters or random spammers. Moving on.
Listen, I disavow, but,
Claims about me. Glooby worked for me on a contract basis for thumbnails. I was incredibly upfront that the pay would be based off a static percentage of the channel gross revenue, that we were a small channel, but that there was potential
Oh, so she grew and then, like, shrank again.
for growth. I never ever gave the impression that this was supposed to be a primary job or a full-time job. It was explicitly contract work from the very beginning. I did not enforce a schedule.
Wasn't a big problem with it that, like, the money went way down. Which, hey, is a tacit admission that you peaked quite a while ago, but hey.
Or even strict deadlines. Throughout my work with Glooby, he was always effusively positive about our agreements, my accommodations for his disabilities, and even in his recent interview, he characterized our agreements as fair. It was only under pressure and leading questions from a curiously biased interviewer that he changed his tune on this. I wanted to share a couple of examples of our interactions over the years. Here we go. Here is Glooby in June of 2022. Glooby says, "Hey, I have some not amazing news. I'm dealing with a lot of neurological work issues and physical issues. I can barely hold my drawing pen. I'm having hallucinations and can barely fucking walk downstairs without vomiting or falling over. I keep having full body tremors that are starting to feel like seizures. I have constant heavy vertigo, and to top it all off, I can hardly type and speak. It just sucks, and I can't do anything about it yet, so I'm stuck like this for a bit. So I'm sorry if work is slow or not good. I'm really trying my best. It's also a reason, if you've even noticed, why I haven't been interacting with anyone really. All of this has been an increasing issue for my disease, and I don't want my friends and people I care about hearing me be sick and in pain 24/7. I respond, I have noticed you've been quiet lately. That's a very good reason to do so. Again, you don't have to apologize. You've always been nothing short of awesome to me and in the work you do for me and this channel.
God, and she reads out the entire thing. Look how good I am. Oh my God. Narcissism overdrive. Hang on, let me just slow it down and then skip, because just fucking read this shit if you want to.
Glooby then as fuck. I may have had my first seizure yesterday, so generally my quality of life is pretty no. That's no for me currently. Affirmative emojis.
She's obviously had an influence on this guy as well, but then it sounds like he actually has really, like, real issues, you know? Estimated from food counts and known figures for ad revenue, somewhat reliable. Yeah, I just want to know, like, if there's a much bigger chart that shows years and years, sort of showing where someone's, like, really been at the top of their game and, like, when they're coming down again. Because to me, I don't know, it seems very likely. I mean, this person's been around since 2020. Maybe if we say, like, 2021, 2022 was around the peak of most of these people. I mean, hey.
Then, later, we had this conversation. This was at the end of Glooby's contract work with the channel. Hey, Demon Mama, I wanted to talk to you about this. At this point, I think I'm too sick to work for you, and I don't want to drag you or your channel down because of this. It was hard to say this, but I want the best for you because I see how much you care and how much you want this stuff to.
We get it, Demon Mama. You're an amazing person. You're such a good person. Oh my God. He made a claim about, like, she'd do, like, fundraisers for, like, people in her community while he's, like, barely able to make ends meet, which he found a bit annoying. I wonder if she goes into that. So far, it's just picking and choosing and, well, I've got this evidence that makes me look good. Listen, all of this is immaterial because I never thought anything about Demon Mama made her look good. I thought her debate style was absolutely abhorrent. I think the things she says are mostly bullshit. I think she's leading a lot of people down the garden path and taking their money for doing so, which is pretty disgusting.
Artist, you're the reason I met my partner and my friends. I respond with emojis, and then I say, Glooby, you've been nothing but a good friend to me since we met.
Speaking of which, you should like the stream. Like the stream, everyone. You should like the stream.
Truly one of the coolest people I've ever met in my life. Get Lyme disease or Bartonella or any tick-borne disease. It's so ass. I think that these interactions fairly characterize the positive nature of...
We've seen like 3, and it's like the normal ones. Most people aren't arguing 24/7. Like, they argue some of the time and they're chill some of the time. What a fucking snake.
Our work interactions, all the way up until the end. During a recent interview, Glooby explicitly lied about me multiple times. Glooby claimed that I did not support a GoFundMe that he ran outside of a retweet. In truth, I was both the first and the largest donor to his GoFundMe. This is publicly available information, which I have screenshotted for you here.
Sophists have Vorsch, White Nervosa, Keffels, garbage people. Yes, I agree.
Here in order to avoid sharing any unnecessary private info. Let's take a look. As you can see, I am both the first donor.
This could be a donation for anything. Is she for real? Are we gonna get a bigger shot? Because I'll believe it if I can see the whole thing, but like, how am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know? Should I try and search this? Demon Mama? $100? Maybe I'll find it that way? Like, really?
Donor and the largest donor. All of the donations that came in to this GoFundMe came after my retweet. So it was coming from my community. The support was coming from my community. And as you can see, that is all of the donors. Additionally, it should be noted that this GoFundMe occurred.
Yes, she'll take credit for it as well. That's so disgusting. Like, you gave $100 and now you're going to take credit for other people. Yes, they weren't as large amounts, but in total a lot more than yours. Like, oh my God. How does she not know how this sounds to people?
A significant amount of time after Glooby was no longer doing contract work for my channel. And yet I still supported it financially and with my platform. I do not know why he would lie about this, except to try and make me look bad. Especially because I know
drug dealer tick list. Maybe I know.
That Glooby knows that I donated to that. He ran the GoFundMe and took the money out of the GoFundMe. Later, Glooby claimed that I spent $5,000 getting my tongue split instead of paying my team. This is false in multiple ways.
I do not. I just don't want to look at it. Listen, I think it's gross. You don't look like a snake. You look like your tongue got fucked up or mangled something. Don't show me it again, please.
My tongue split was a gift from my partner. I have never reduced team pay for my own expenses. Additionally, my tongue split only...
Well, how's anyone going to know? And why are we even talking about this? Like, no one wants to hear about your tongue.
Cost approximately 1/10 of his claimed estimation. The actual cost was about $600 Canadian. I don't even know where he got the idea to place the price so high because I'm unaware of any body modder that charges so steeply for such a procedure. It seems to me, once again, to be a way of misleading viewers.
He said, she said.
Glooby then claims I also spent money on a Trippie Redd concert during a time when channel income was down. This was sometime after my tongue split. It was a birthday gift from my partner, and the total cost of the ticket was about $60.
More he said, she said.
While channel revenue did go down after COVID lockdowns ended,
yeah, listen, to everyone that's just been fucking triggered by Demon Mama, I do apologize.
This was not unique to my channel at all, and in fact it's been acknowledged publicly by YouTube. Because everyone on my team at the time was paid a percentage of channel revenue, pay went down for all of us. I have always run this show with an incredibly tight margin, and I have never put my own pay before team pay, ever. The idea...
Again, how do we know any of this? Like, she's just saying things. We're just blowing smoke up our own ass. Like, we've got 2 more screenshots. Wow. Wow. What are they going to show? Maybe they're going to unlock the key to everything. Oh no, sorry, Demon Mama, even based this whole time.
Yeah, I did so, is a flat-out lie. Finally, as mentioned before, I am now aware that Glooby lied not only to me, but to others about his age on multiple occasions. According to his interview, his 18th birthday is in August of 2021. Glooby told...
Hold up, are you doxing now? I don't like... Oh, thank you so much.
...told me that he was 18 in January of 2021, and again in July of 2021, which I can prove. As you can see here, Glooby in January of...
Like, bear in mind, we're talking about a teenage boy. Fuck, how old was she? I think she was about 28 or so when he was 13, maybe 26. I'm not sure. I could be exaggerating. I'm not sure. So don't quote me on that. Why are you putting the onus back on him? Like, this is a teenager. Like, and if you weren't sure about their fucking age when they're saying this to you and you're not keeping up, I guess. Shouldn't you be, like, keeping an eye on this shit? Shouldn't you be asking him for, like, a document or something?
2021 claims that he is 18. And again, in July of 2021.
Does he think maybe you forgot that he's turned 18 since then? I don't know.
I say it might feed his ego, but it is really funny. And Glooby says it'll feed the horny minds, including mine. By the way, if you're worried about not safe for work stuff, I'm 18, so we vibin'.
Yeah, he didn't say he turned 18. Didn't say he turned 18 here either. It was saying that he is 18. So yeah, he'd still be 18. So this is January. Sorry, American dates are stupid. 30th of January.
Glooby, in January of
He's 18 as of this time.
2021, claims that he is eager about not safe for work stuff. I'm 18, so we vibe.
And as of... I hate your dates so fucking much. Americans, sort your shit out. 8th of July. Yeah, he's probably still 18. If he was 18 in fucking January, he's probably still 18 in July, you fucking mong. Sorry, that was mean. I'll edit that out. You're not a mong. You're... I fucking know. I wish all these people would, like, just insult each other as well and just let it be okay again to say what the fuck you want. It's so annoying trying to be nice to these people when I think they're terrible people. All of them, pretty much.
Cuz in this message.
What have we proved? Okay, someone open my eyes on this. What's been proven here? Because obviously I'm missing something. Because Demon Mama's, you know, a genius and stuff. So obviously I've missed something.
Message, he is referencing the fact that I had previously set boundaries with him about sending any sort of artwork.
Set boundaries with him. He said a couple of times, don't send me NSFW stuff. He's like a teenage boy. This person should not be, like, hanging out with kids. Like, it comes across like she thinks that she was on, like, equal footing with him, despite the fact that she's been an adult the entire time. And he was, like, he started out being 13. That's what it kind of comes across like to me in a way.
That could be construed as not safe for work. I only ever offered contract thumbnail work to him given that he had communicated that he was 18 and was openly looking for starter work to build his profile as an artist. I wanted to be supportive of his aspirations as an artist. It's deeply upsetting to me to now know that Glooby
and they were always, like, super magnanimous and shit, you know.
Repeatedly lied to me in order to try and circumvent my boundaries and get paid work from me and my channel. Just 2 weeks before this harassment campaign against me began, Glooby and I were speaking positively and supportively. We have only ever had one small issue, which was a crediting mistake that I made when we redid our YouTube auto descriptions. When I was made aware of the issue by Glooby, I resolved it within 13 minutes, and Glooby stated there was no bad feelings between us. I have always been reachable and open to Glooby, though I admit that I am significantly less so now after he publicly and knowingly lied about me to the direct monetary benefit of specific...
Listen, there's one thing I'll say. Like, it's probably better to, like, try and talk to someone if you're friends with them or were friends with them and there's some kind of issue between the two of you. Like, going public like that is not the nicest thing to do. Admittedly, it's not like I try and talk to any of the people I cover, but I don't know. I'm critiquing things, so whatever.
Specific drama channels who have used his word to enact a violent and deranged campaign against me.
Violent? What violence have you experienced?
I find it strange and unsettling that Glooby claims to have had issues.
See, they just get to say these words and then not explain them, and people will believe this shit. It's so annoying. I hate, like, I don't know why so many trans people get away with this shit, man.
With me or my community, but never once raised any of these issues to me, to my mod team, or even to my lead mod, who is in a position to field issues with the community.
See, this is the kind of thing I'm more understanding about, to be clear.
Glooby was positively and regularly engaging in my Discord server, where he has...
Like, it's very possible that she didn't even realize there was that much of an issue with him, and he could have probably said something. I do agree with that. Really talking about the kid if they're unequal is a really bad vibe. Yeah, it feels very strange. I think, listen, I can't talk. I'm a bit stunted myself. I think this person is somewhat stunted. I think if you're in your 20s and end up making friends with like 13-year-olds on video games and stuff, it's probably a sign of something, but I'm not saying it's a sign of like pedophilia or whatever the fuck ever. I don't know. You'll make up my points for me anyway, I'm sure.
Over 21,000 messages sent until literal days before he decided to lie about me and my family to drama channels. To wrap things up, those of you who are concerned viewers...
Violence. We never got any kind of, like, Jesus Christ. Does this person know what violence means? I don't think they do.
...have been made victim of a grossly misleading moral panic. With
the fawn stuff is still bad. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. Like, it doesn't matter if it's on your server in DMs, like, you're kind of, that's your partner, you know? If my partner was sending, like, not safe for work shit to children, I'd have a problem with that. I'm sorry, I would.
Explicit goal of damaging my reputation and career. The perpetrators of this campaign of harassment and false allegations...
You know what? What's difficult is, like, some of it seems kind of harsh, but at the same time, she didn't deserve any of the good reputation she had. Like, I remember for years feeling gaslit as fuck, watching like this kind of content, and other content creators pretending that Demon Mama has ever said anything of worth or intelligence ever, of treating her as if she isn't the most insufferable child whenever she's in like debates and stuff. Like, I can't fathom it, I'm sorry. This person fills people's heads with absolute bullshit and gets paid for the privilege. Like, that's disgusting to me. I'm never gonna change my opinion. Like, are you serious? Why do these people constantly get all this fucking amazingly good faith, amazing fucking charitability, when they suck? And you can tell that they suck by watching them for like half an hour. It's preposterous. It's fucking insane. Like, now it's like, I don't know if this person's being kind of harsh. Like, if they were friends and shit, yeah, maybe you should have made more of an effort to actually fucking talk to her about this shit. I don't know what the truth is, because she hasn't actually shown very much proof either. But like, oh my god, if it isn't the most perfect person it could happen to, and if this isn't the most deserving kind of person of that kind of overcorrection where people finally actually fucking realize they've been babying this person and legitimizing them when they don't deserve it. They never deserved any of the legitimacy they've had.
Have directly engaged in deliberate doxing and explosive death threats to myself, my family, and my friends.
Deliberate doxing.
I had no desire to give any credence to a harassment campaign so violent and built on such paltry and deeply...
Violent. She keeps saying it and you won't say what's violent. I can't see any bruises. Maybe they're fucking conveniently wherever your stuff is, so I don't see them. Who's been violent to you and in what way? And if there was violence, why wouldn't you explain it? Because that would make the situation sound fucked. And like there's clearly some problems with the people that are going after you about this stuff. Like, oh my god, it's like... their own goals are like insane.
Misrepresented evidence, especially because every response encourages obsessive stalkers to torment and target my family and friends more. I expect that certain people will continue their harassment campaigns undeterred by truth, but I do not intend to speak on this matter further. I hope that you as viewers will maintain a critical eye, especially to demonstrable serial liars and their drama-farming monetization schemes that parasitically hurt others for their own gain while they go on violent and unhinged tirades. This calculated harassment campaign has been deeply hurtful and harmful to me and those close to me. I cannot overstate the pain and disappointment that I feel at having endured weeks of the most vile false allegations and abuse. It has spiraled into hurting numerous people associated with me in an attempt to hurt me, and I cannot denounce this enough. That is all for now. Thank you. Goodbye.
I'm a victim. There we go. Wonderful video. I don't know what it was talking about, but it was very good. Well done, Demon Mama. Anyway,